Hi, you're welcome to Success Tips. In this video today, we are going to be discussing about an important topic that most people tend to neglect, and then that is one of the major reasons that a lot of people are not successful in this life. Okay, what can that be? Okay, paying little or no attention to important things, or looking down on things that are important for you to pay so much attention to. Okay, now what we mean by that in this context is that there are a lot of things that people need to be doing in order to be successful. There are a lot of little steps, there are a lot of minor things that people tend to overlook, but then the cumulative of those things are what makes up the big result. Okay, so today we are going to be discussing that, and I'm going to be breaking it down into a smaller and a simpler form so that you can be able to understand it, and then by the end of this video you will be set, and then you will be able to know the kind of things that you need to be doing in order to achieve your dreams, or in order to be able to be great in this life. Many people want to be successful, many people want great results, but very few people are willing to pay attention to the little things that it takes for them to be able to make up that big result. But then, as an individual watching me on this video, what steps have you taken in order to be able to take yourself to that realm of life that you have been dreaming of for yourself? What step have you been taking, in order to be able to make you to be a great businessman? What step have you taken in order to be able to become a very great public figure? Okay, that is what we are talking about in this video. Okay, now when you tell a person, okay, now you should be reading books about your area of expertise, buy 1 or 2 books and then start with that, then the person may just say, okay, no, that's not what I'm all about. Okay, so what I'm talking about is I want to be a very great businessman. I'm not talking about reading books. Okay, can you see what I'm talking about? So the little things, people tend to overlook a lot of things that can be helpful to them and is a necessity for them towards their dream in life. Okay, so when you tell a person, okay, go and pay for those master classes and then attend it, someone may say, no, I'm trying to look for something that can bring in money to me and not something that can take away money from me. So you can see the big problem here. Okay, so looking down on all those things, looking down on all these little steps are one of the major reasons that only few category of people that are successful in this our world today. So the whole essence of this video today is to make you to understand that when you see a very great business person today, that is not just where they started from. Okay, if they tell you their own story, if you look at their background, if you look at the steps and the processes that they've undergone through, you will get to realize that it was not just what you are seeing. Okay, but they started with all these minor things that a lot of people try to look down on, and then before you knew it, they kept on with consistency. They kept on, they made it a habit to do all the steps that they need to do in order to become that successful person. And then before you knew it, they began to see little results, they began to see a bigger one, and then the result keeps on appreciating, and they kept on doing the things that they were doing. They were bringing that result, but in even a bigger way, and then before you knew it, they are now where they are today. Okay, so the things we are trying to look down on, the kind of activities that we are trying to look down on that we think they are not important, we are only wanting to become great people, but without paying so much attention to those things, they are the things that put up together to become that big deal that you are always aspiring for. I want you to know that there is a very great danger, there is a very great, disadvantage in looking down on things that you need to do in order to become successful. Okay, I have a couple of people, a couple of friends that, though they are not at the peak of where they want to be going in life, but because they have been paying the price, they have been taking the actions, they have been doing the little things that is expected of them to do on a continuous basis, at least they are set up for life. That is the importance of not looking down on the little things that you need to be able to pay attention to and then take action on. To another person, if they tell him, okay, now you just have $5,000, or in fact it can be as small as $500, and then they tell you, okay, now you want to start this business, okay, start with just this $500, then keep on learning, keep on getting experience in that business, but then you don't need to start big and become a global company, but you just have to start with the little money you have. Someone may just sit down and say, no, I just have to sit down and wait for that $500 million so that I can be able to start big. It doesn't happen that way. Don't look down on these little beginnings that you can be able to do with what you have. Okay, you can be able to start with what you have in order to get where you want. Okay, the key point here is that don't look down on those minor things that you need to be doing. The success lies within those minor things that you always overlook. Success, big success, big and great success lie in these things that you look down on. Never look down on anything that is worthwhile. Never look down on anything that can propel you to your own success. Never look down on anything that is a necessity for you to do before you can be able to reach your destination that you've been dreaming of. Okay, so the point is, don't look down on important things that you need to be paying attention to when it comes to your dreams success and career in life. The big question is, what are those little things? Okay, someone may be prompted to ask, what are those little things? The little things can range from you starting up your business, be it you want to go into fashion industry, you don't have to have a very big plaza. Okay, you can start from your own room. Okay, start designing clothes, start sewing clothes for people, start showcasing your skills, start showcasing your talents. People should be able to bring in their clothes to you and then you sew it to them. It can be as little as you going on YouTube to read about, if you want to be a public speaker, it can mean as little as going to YouTube and then continuously, you give a timeline to yourself, you give a target to yourself as to the number of videos that you should be able to watch in a week. It can be as little as going to that, seminar and then learning the things that you need to be doing on a monthly basis. It can be as little as, going for advertisements, learning how to advertise your products and services to a small group of people. It can be as little as waking up early morning to study a book, to read a novel about the kind of business that you want to go into. It can be as little as discussing with like-minded people. It can be as little as you just waking up and then visiting some people that have been there before and then discussing with them and then having a conversation around that area. It can be as little as anything. It can be as little as you continuously doing the things that you need to be doing in order to move your business little by little. And at the same time, looking down on things can be as simple as you looking down at the speed at which your business is growing. You may say, okay, now I've been into this business for 2 years and then all that I can be able to realize is 5,000 naira, in a month as a profit. So this business is not going to yield anything. Now, what's wrong with you? Now, going back to your drawing board and then looking at the things that you have done that was able to give you from 0 naira to 5,000 naira in a month, and then you ask yourself, okay, now, what can you be able to do differently? What can you be able to improve on that? What innovation do you need to make around that in order to increase it, and then not just increase it but continuously increase it? Okay, so not looking down on it may mean you now sitting down and then having a conversation with yourself and then looking at the things that you need to do and then trying your best to see that you improve that business, trying your best to see that you improve the result that you are getting on that pursuit that you're having, on that your career, on that your dreams that you are pursuing. Okay, so don't look down on your dreams, don't look down on the steps that you need to take, don't look down on the principles that is governing the happening of things, don't look down on everything that is expected of you doing it. Whatever it is that you need to be doing, take a bold step and do that thing and keep on doing it until you get result, and not just after you have gotten result, but keep on doing it as long as you want that result to keep on coming back bigger. Okay, so that is what I would want you to take your time this week and then pay so much attention to and then try to work upon yourself. Okay, because all those big companies that you're seeing, all those millionaires and billionaires that you're seeing, all those public figures that you're seeing, all those global commands that you're seeing, all those musicians that have already made their name global, and then made a very big fortune for themselves, all these business owners, all these real estate owners, that is not how they woke up and then just found themselves. Okay, nobody just wakes up one morning and then he just decide to say, okay, I want to be a billionaire, and then the person becomes a billionaire. No, there are certain principles that those people are operating on, and then it went on gradually before they hit that milestone. So that is the same thing that applies to every other person that wants to get results. Follow the principles, try to understand the things that you need to do, try to understand the kind of knowledge that you need so that you can be able to go after them, so that you can be able to build your dreams. I believe by now, having watched this video, you now understand that success is not just a day job. Success is not just you doing something today and leave it tomorrow, go the other day and do it again and jump over it, but it requires you to so much pay attention to it and then never to look down on any of those steps. I believe this video was very helpful to you, and I believe this video will help you to increase your result and then even start up your results for those that do not even have a result yet. If this is your first time on this YouTube channel, I will want you to click on the subscribe button at the bottom of this video so that when the next video comes up, you will be among the first category of people to get notified and then to come and watch it and learn. Okay, and if you're a returning viewer, I would love to say thank you. See you guys in another video. Bye.